What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down an extremely simple pocket option trading strategy that you can use and that you can test out for yourself. I found this one on YouTube and I'm going to be testing it and seeing whether it works or it actually doesn't. I have already been using it a bit, and what I can say is that it is extremely powerful and I know you're going to love it. For those of you who are new to this channel, just make sure to like and subscribe. I'm extremely grateful that you came across this video and I hope you enjoy it. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into the strategy. Now I'm going to break down a couple examples of this strategy, how it works, and then also take some live trades. What you need to do is come over here and make sure that you have selected the 5-second time frame as well as 5-second trades over here, and also calculated a good size that you can use, specifically using the quick trading calculator. This is a calculator that I use, that my students use, that gives us a massive advantage to know what is happening during our sessions each and every single moment of the session that we are actually trading. It tells us our win rates, it tells us the profit and loss, it gives us our take profit and stop loss so that we can have good risk management. Because we can have a good strategy, we can have good psychology and a good system, but if you don't have good risk management, you're going to lose money, right? So make sure that you grab this quick trading calculator. I'll leave a link down below so that you can go and access it. Now once you have set everything up, I want you to come to the indicator side over here and select the awesome oscillator. Now the settings on the awesome oscillator are going to be the complete defaults. The period for the short period is going to be 5, the period for the long period is going to be 34. The styles stay the exact same, with the up as green and the down as red. Now the strategy is extremely simple, right? And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it really is, and it's extremely powerful. All that we're looking for is when these bars are below the zero line, we are looking for red ones, and the moment we see red bars, we are looking for sells on each and every single candle. The moment we start seeing green ones appear above the zero line, for example right over here, we are going to be looking for buys. And it is as simple as that, right? We are either looking for buys with green bars above the zero line or sells with red bars below the zero line. For example, over here, we can see it's about to go up above the zero line. For example, over here, we see that these bars started moving from below now to above the zero line. Green bars started forming. Therefore, we would have started taking buys on majority of these candles and we would have won most of them. We can see with even more examples, these green bars cross above the zero line, and the more and more green bars that appear, the more buys we end up taking and the more trades we end up winning. Now we can also look at some selling examples where we see the red bars start to close below the zero line. And as that happens, we see more and more red candles start to form. Now, if these are 5-second candles and we're taking 5-second trades, well then we are going to be winning pretty much on majority, if not all of these trades. Now, because these are 5-second candles, that ensures that we can take trades on each and every single one of these candles all the way until a green bar appears. Because we see that the red bars start forming below the zero line and start to grow in size, we would take sells in each and every single one of these candles until we got a green bar that appeared. The opposite would be true for a buy. For example, let's go find a good example over here. We see that these green bars start to go above the zero line. They start to increase in size. Therefore, we will take buys on each and every single one of these 5-second candles until we hit this red bar over here, because that tells us that the momentum is falling off. It's going to go closer and closer towards the zero line, and therefore we need to get out. For example, over here, we would have won roughly around 6 trades and lost 2. That's a good chunk of trades that we would have won. If we go back to the selling example that we looked at right over here, this would have once again been pretty much a similar amount of wins. We would have had roughly around 6 wins, 7 wins, and then we would have lost around 3, right? So we're still profiting overall. I'm not going to say that this is 100% win rates. However, it is extremely powerful. No strategy out there is 100% win rates. So if you're trying to search for these YouTube videos that say that you're going to get 100% win rates, it's just not going to happen. It's impossible. No strategy out there will ever give you 100% win rates. But a strategy like this can most definitely make you profitable if you trade it correctly. All right, without further ado, let's get straight into this trading session so you can see exactly how the strategy plays out. We see that the bars are starting to move below the zero line and they are becoming red, right? So we're going to look for sells. We see that this is actually gone green, so we're not going to look for sells there anymore. Let's find an example where we see the bars are going below the zero line. We can see it's red, so we're going to go for sells over here. And we see that we are likely going to win this trade. If we don't, we once again can just go for another trade. And we're going to continue looking for wins on this setup. There's a win. We can go for another sell on this all the way until we have a green one. There's 2 wins. There's 3 wins. There's 4 wins. And then a loss. Right? So we had a loss over there as our first trade. Then we won 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after we ended up winning that 4th trade, we had another loss. So overall, that's going to put us up 2 units. And that's what I really love about this calculator, is that you are able to literally go and track your sessions and see how well you are performing during it. For example, right now, we can see that we currently have a 66% win rate and we are up $1,344. You need to be using a calculator like this. It's going to save you so much struggle when you are trading, because you can have a good strategy and you can make a lot of money, but one bad session is all that it takes to completely blow your account. This calculator ensures that you never blow your account. So look at this example over here. We can see that the green bars are starting to grow above the 0 line. So we can start taking buys on each and every single one of these trades over here. If we lose the first one, we are more than welcome to re-enter on another trade. We have a win over there. And we're going to continue buying until we see a red one forms, which it did over here, which is completely fine. We just had a loss there and then a win and then overall break even. So absolutely nothing wrong with that. Let's keep looking for some more trades to wrap up this session. Over here is a great example. We see that the green bars are starting to increase in size, so we can start taking buys on each and every single one of these trades. We see there, we have a win. We have another win over there. Another win, and then a loss, which is a little bit unfortunate. We could have re-entered on that one. However, we had 2 wins over here and then 1 loss, which puts us only 1 more win away from reaching our target, which is what we are aiming for. So let's see if we can find a good example over here to enter. This looks like a great buy that we can take. Let's wait for the trade to play out. And there we go. Right, because we saw that these green bars were increasing in size above the 0 line. Therefore, all we needed to do was literally buy on each and every single one of these candles until the red one appeared right over here. Right, and that's exactly what we ended up doing. And we got out of the trade. We made our money. Let's go and document this inside of the quick trading calculator over here. And boom. There we go. We have made the units that we wanted to make. I know I said I'd go for 5 units. I ended up going for 4. The reason for that is because I had a little bit of a losing streak over here, and then I ended up making the money back. So I don't want to start revenge trading. I can see exactly how my session was performing on this calculator and this equity curve over here, and I could see that I was going to start getting emotional the more and more I traded and the closer I got back to break even. So therefore, I was educated enough and aware enough to know what was happening during my session over here, because most traders wouldn't be able to see that. They wouldn't be able to see what their session actually looks like when they are trading, and that's what causes them to blow their accounts. When I have a dashboard like this, a software like this, that shows me everything that I need to know about my session, well, it's basically impossible for me to blow my accounts. So overall, by the end of this session, you can see that we made $2,688 and we had a 66.67% win rate. Now what I'm going to go and do is actually enter how much I made during this session, which was 2,688, and this is going to go inside of the journal, another software that I use to ensure that I'm accountable for my trading sessions, identify my weaknesses, know how much money I'm making every single day, and track everything, because data is the most important thing in your trading. If you are not tracking your trades, you're not tracking how much money you're making, and not identifying whether you're on a winning streak or a losing streak and being accountable towards that, once again, you're never going to become profitable. But here we go, $2,688 was made this session, so we can go and end it. You can see with the calculator, it asks you a bunch of questions like, did you follow your rules? Did you learn anything new? Did you make any mistakes? What was the market like? You can even go and rate your process execution from a scale of 1 to 10. Things like your emotional control, sticking to your strategy or your plan, your recovery speed, right? What mistakes did you make? What did you do right? What lessons did you learn? Did you backtest at all? And even plenty other questions that you can go and reflect on from your session. Once that is done, you can go and add the session to your journal, and you can see it documented all inside over here. As you can see, the overall profit and loss from this strategy has given me a total of $2,688, which puts me 26.9% away from my goal. What's really cool is that you can also set these goals over a certain time period to keep you accountable towards that goal and ensure that you don't do anything stupid. Currently, we have 100% win rate, and overall, you can also see the calendar. For example, on a day like today, an amazing Tuesday, I made $2,688. You can track it on this graph as well. You can see how much you've made during the week. You can even come here to your analytics and see what time of the day is the best day for you to trade across all time, across the last 30 days, the last 90 days. You can even track your quick trader score, which bases it off of profit factor, win rates, resilience, discipline, and risk. Over here inside of insights, when you're going through these sessions over here, for example, answering all these questions, what is really cool is that it uses AI to find patterns within the mistakes that you're currently making. It uses repeated words from your mistakes and shows you exactly over here after each and every single session, so that you can see, okay, what is it in your trading that's allowing you to make money or allowing you to lose money, and then you focus on what's making you money and eliminate what is making you lose money. Another cool thing is that you can go and take a screenshot of your session, right, of your quick trading calculator over here, and then you can go and upload that and document that inside of the quick trading journal over here. All you got to do is choose the image over here and upload your image right down there, and you can see the session has been uploaded over here. We can see all our statistics inside of the screenshot inside of our journal, and we can relate all of these statistics back to our data that we have collected inside of our insights, inside of the analytics, the calendar, as well as the overview of the entire journal. Now, the link to this journal as well as the link to this calculator will be down below. Make sure to go and grab it. It's really going to help you out a lot and make you a much more profitable trader. And I must say, if you're not using any of these, you are missing out. On top of that, I also have my very own trading community with over 450 other traders who are on the exact same journey as you. However, they are making over $10,000 a month and they are absolutely cooking. For example, we have channels over here where you can speak to them. You can see how much money everyone's making. You can ask for help and I will answer. Other people in the community will help you answer. There's also a mentor vault where you can get advice from me and plenty other mentors inside of the community. We also have a classroom with over 17 modules teaching you everything you need to know to trade exactly like me and ensure that you can make over $450,000. We have modules like setting up the pocket option platform, things like market mechanics, pattern recognition, which go a long way to help you become more profitable, improve your win rates, and make over $10,000 per month. It helps you modify your system, build trading routines, help with your execution, all the tools that I've broken down like the journal, the calculator, even helping you modify your own system, and plenty other tools which I'll never disclose on this channel because they are that good, are all inside of this advanced tools. There's the threshold. How do you know when to go into a real account? The psychology, right? Psychology is so important. You can have everything right, but if your psychology isn't there and you're having these emotional triggers, you are going to lose money. And plenty other modules like other strategies, daily lessons, and my favorite, which is the calls. Every single Monday at 7 p.m. I will be hopping on a 2-hour live call with you, and I'll be able to answer your questions, help you with your struggles, help you build your very own strategy and your very own system. You can also learn new educational content live. Watch the execution of me trading live, and you can learn from me whilst I am trading live and making thousands of dollars right in front of you. You can also walk away with clearly guided actionable steps and a lot more clarity. This is all the exact same format on the mentor calls. We have plenty of people inside of this community making over $10,000 a month, and they have offered to become mentors and also help you out. So not only do you learn from me, but you learn from other people who were once just like you, who are now making $10,000 plus each and every single month. The link to this community will also be in the description, which you can go and have a look at. Make sure you join a community like this. It's honestly amazing to see how many people who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars. If they can do it, you can do it too. Overall, guys, I'm extremely impressed with how good this strategy actually is and how powerful it is. So make sure to drop a comment and let me know how it works for you. Always remember to start on a demo account first before risking real funds. That ensures that you are becoming a lot more comfortable with the strategy before you start to risk real capital. Above all else, I'm extremely grateful that you made it to the very end of this video. I'm so grateful that you are watching these videos that I put out for you. All that I want is for you to succeed as a trader. And I feel like each and every single one of these videos that I'm posting and creating for you, you are getting closer and closer towards that goal each and every single day. Other than that, guys, make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video because it's going to be even better. Peace.